no baking powder, no baking soda, no machine. And the cake came out so fluffy, spongy, and moist. So today I'll be showing you all how you can make a butter cake without any of these raising agents like baking powder, baking soda, or yeast. So let's do this. So the first thing you have to do is to separate the egg white from the egg yolk of a 60-gram whole egg. Okay, so you need to separate the egg white from the egg yolk of a 60-gram whole egg. And after that, you keep the egg white aside. Now to the egg yolk, you add in 1/8 teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of flavor of your choice. I use butterscotch flavor, and then 60 grams of margarine or butter, so whichever one you are using. Now the egg white that you have kept aside in a separate bowl, you have to whip this egg white till it becomes fluffy, very fluffy. Okay, so at this point you'll be adding your cream of tartar, about 1/8 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and you keep on whisking. Okay, so we are to use 60 grams of sugar for this recipe, but this 60 grams of sugar I divided it into two parts. So the 30 grams I'll be using in this egg white. So you start adding the 30 grams of the sugar gradually, little at a time, as you keep on whipping this egg white. Once you're done adding the sugar and whipping the egg white, you keep it aside. Now you start creaming or whisking the egg yolk and the butter mixture. The remaining 30 grams of sugar, you're going to add it in here and start whisking everything thoroughly. So once it is light and creamy, you start adding in your 60 grams sifted all-purpose flour. You can also use cake flour, is better, but if you don't have a cake flour, you can use your all-purpose flour. It also works fine. So you go ahead and mix this flour gently until everything is thoroughly mixed. So at this point, you add in 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or malt vinegar, whichever one you have, it will work out fine. So you add this into the batter and mix everything thoroughly. Now that you are done mixing the batter, now you can scoop in the batter into the egg white, or you can add the egg white into the batter. So whichever way you want it, it will work out fine. The only thing you have to bear in mind is that you're just going to fold in this batter into the egg white, or the egg white into the batter, making sure you don't over mix and you don't beat this batter again. Just gradually mix this, and once it is mixed, that's it. Then you have to grease your your baking pan, then line it with a baking paper at the base, and then transfer this batter into the greased baking pan. Tap the base of the pan on your work surface to ease out air and also to level out the batter. Then bake in your preheated oven. Make sure that your oven has been heated for like 10 minutes at 180 degrees. Then bring down the temperature to 150 degrees and bake this cake for 50 minutes. A skewer inserted into the cake should come out clean, meaning that the cake has properly baked. So I use my 5 inches loaf pan for this recipe. Note that you can double this recipe, you can also triple this recipe as you want, and you will get amazing results. Keep this cake on a cooling rack and let it cool down completely, and then you are ready to enjoy your moist, fluffy, soft, spongy cake. Look at that, look at that. You can see how spongy this cake is. Oh my god. When you try this recipe, you are going to come back with good results, and let me know in the comment section how it turned out for you. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.